Do we have to go sideways? Oh my god, I'm live. Oh my god, we're doing a sideways live. Okay, wait, this is crazy. Okay, wait, where's my tripod? Y'all, I need my tripod. Oh, here we go. Okay. We need to grab my tripod, y'all. How does this work? Okay, I've never done this before. Oh my god, y'all are here. Oh my god, we have so many cool people. Hi, y'all. Okay, wait, guys, give me 1 second. I need to fix my tripod. Oh, sorry. Oh my god, sorry. Okay, sorry. We're setting you up on a tripod, y'all, just because I'm not used to this. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Oh my god, please don't die, phone. Okay, I think we're good. We're gonna lock it in place. I'm gonna put you guys right here. Okay, sorry. I think we're good. I'm gonna put it a little bit higher. Okay. Hi, everybody. Are we on? Do you guys see me? Is everything good? Okay, wait. I'm gonna put it like right there. I think that's a solid spot. Okay, I feel like a little bit sweaty. Okay, it's fine. We're okay. But how is everyone doing? I hope you're all having an awesome night. I see Sunset Flame. I see Josephan. Also, wait, let me like clear this mess. Oh my god, there's so much mess. Okay, it's fine. Our room is okay. But how is everyone doing? This is our first TikTok live. We have 175 people here. This is crazy. Okay, y'all, we're gonna do another bedtime story right now. We're gonna continue off. This is my first YouTube live. This is so exciting, y'all. If you guys are here already, hit that subscribe button because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. But nonetheless, it is time for our next bedtime story for today. We're gonna be reading Where's Spot. Also, how do I flip the camera? Let me like make it where you guys can read along. Is that an option for me? Oh wait, is that a filter? I don't want a filter. Okay, wait, flip the camera. Nope, wrong direction. Okay, I don't know if I could flip it where you guys can read along. But we're gonna try it this way, I guess. So here we go with Where's Spot. I don't know if you guys can read along. It's like kind of like not inverting, but that's okay. We'll figure it out anyways. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start with our story of the night. That Spot, he hasn't eaten his supper. Now where can he be? Where did Spot go? Is he behind the door? What do you guys think? So we have a door right here and there's gonna be something behind it. Who do we think is hiding behind the door? Let's see. Someone said, ooh, I think this is amazing. Does anyone have a guess? Who do we think is behind here? I'll show you the first one. Ready? We have a bear. It is Mr. Winnie the Pooh himself. And he's like, sorry, I haven't seen Spot, but maybe go check in the next room. So we're gonna open the next room and done. Uh-oh, is that a clock tower? Do you guys see that right? Hopefully Vecna is not in this room, but is he inside the clock? What do we think, y'all? Is Vecna inside? Oh, someone said we can read along. Okay, on my screen, you can't read along, but I guess for you guys, you can, so perfect. But what do you guys think? Is he inside the clock? Yes or no? Is Spot gonna be in here? Someone said there's gonna be a cat. Laxma Plays said a cat. Luna said there's gonna be a moon. Gabriella said a pizza man. Shelly said a bear. All right, let's see who's in here. Josephan was correct. It is a snake all coiled up. And he's like, sorry, I haven't seen Spot, but maybe go check inside the piano. So on we go to the piano, and Spot's mother says, all right, guys, is he in the piano? So I'm gonna open up. Now, usually inside a piano, it's like a pretty big room, so there could probably be multiple animals in here. What do you think? If there were 2 animals inside the piano, what would there be? Someone said there's gonna be a mouse. Someone said there's gonna be a rat. Sunset Flame said we're gonna be able to read along. A mouse, a snake, another bear, a mouse. Valerie said a mouse. A lot of people are saying mice. Let's see if you're right. Dun da da da. It was unfortunately not a mouse, but it was a giant hippo and a bird. And he's like, sorry, I was about to eat Spot if he came in here, but since he didn't, he's probably hanging out in the stairway. So on we go to the staircase. All right, y'all. Is he under the stairs? What do we think? So we have this giant staircase. Oh, I think I need to seal it up. So there's a little doorway, and if we open it up, who do we think is hiding underneath the stairs? Someone said a hippo, a bird, a spider, a cat. Gabriella said a mouse and a cat. Pop Gamer said an alligator, a hippo, a bird, a mouse, a fish, a rat, a cow. All right, let's see who's underneath the stairs. It is, in fact, a giant lion just vibing under here. And he's like, sorry, I didn't see Spot. And also, why are all these like zoo animals inside this house? I can't figure out why. But anyways, on we go to the next room and we see a closet. All right, y'all. Who is inside the closet? What do we think? Is Spot going to be in here, or is it going to be another animal? Could it be The Rock? Could it be James Charles? Could it be a dog? Someone said a lion, a mouse, a cat. Someone said it's Jose, it's a mouse, a cat, a bird, a lion, a cat. A lot of people are saying different animals. Let's see who is hiding inside the closet. Dun da da da. It is a giant monkey with his bananas, and he's just vibing around, jumping inside, and he's like, sorry, I haven't seen Spot, but maybe you should go check underneath the bed. So we're gonna go to the next room, and there's a bed. What do you guys think? Is Spot underneath the bed, or is it gonna be another animal? Thank you, Valerie, for subscribing. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Someone said Harry Potter. There's gonna be Simba, a rat, a whole lion. Someone said Jose. There's gonna be a zebra. There's gonna be a cat and a kush. There's gonna be a lion, a monkey. There's obviously a Canadian. Someone said alligator, and I think you were right. There is, in fact, an crocodile, a crocagator. I don't know, one of the animals. If anyone knows which one it is, it's either a crocodile or an alligator. And he's just vibing underneath the bed. And he's like, sorry, I haven't seen Spot. But once again, if he does come in here, I promise you I will eat him. So Spot's mother is very reluctant, and on she goes, hunting down her son. Here he is. He has to be inside the box. What do we think? Is Spot going to be in here? After all, the cover of the book is this giant box. So, do we think this one is, after all, going to be Spot, or is it going to be another imposter animal? Who do we think is inside the box? Let's see. Someone said James Charles, Spot, a mouse, a bird, a lion, Ronald McDonald. It's definitely Spot. It's him. Someone said it's an alligator. Joseph Fan said a monster. Let's see. Jose said, okay, I missed what Jose said. An elephant. Okay, let's see if you guys are right. Is he in the box? It is 3 little penguins, and they waddled away, waddle, waddle, till the very next day. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, and the penguins walked to the lemonade. Sorry. There he is. There's Spot. He's under the rug. That's where he's been all along. We have this giant carpet. It has to be him, right? It looks like Spot. It's shaped like Spot. It smells like Spot. It tastes like Spot. Who is underneath the rug? And dun da da da. It's a turtle. And the turtle's like, maybe go try under the basket. I swear I just saw Spot in the basket. So on we go with Spot's mother running off to save her son. And alas, she opens the basket, and to her surprise, she finds her beautiful son Spot. And she takes him to dinner and says, good boy, Spot. And they eat their dinner, and they live happily ever after. The end. That was the end of Where's Spot, our very first bedtime story of the night on YouTube. This is literally the first bedtime story we've done on YouTube. What do you guys think of this one? I thought this story was amazing, but let's see what you guys thought. Also, wait, I need like a filter on my face because I don't know what's going on here. Let me see if there's like a fun little filter because the lighting is not doing its job. Okay, wait. Okay, we'll play with little filters really quick. Ooh, this one's fun. Wait, hang on. Where was it? I saw a fun one a second ago. Oh, whoa. Oh my God, disco party. Disco party. Okay, sorry. Anyway, we're just gonna do normal because normal's fine. But we're about to move on to our next story of the night. Now, I did promise someone that we were gonna read The Rainbow Fish, so I just need to find it, y'all, because I know I have The Rainbow Fish. It's just like in my pile of bedtime stories. Here, maybe you can help me find it. Here, I'm gonna flip the camera, y'all. And if you guys see The Rainbow Fish, please let me know because I literally can't find it. I feel like it should be here. Oh, wait, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, I found it. Okay, wait. We found the Rainbow Fish, y'all. The Rainbow Fish has been discovered. So we're going to read that as our next story of the night. I'm going to grab it from the pile of bedtime stories. And does anyone know who requested it, y'all? If someone requested it in the chat, please let me know because someone did say, we want the Rainbow Fish. So here it is, the Rainbow Fish as our next story of the night. Once again, make sure you are tucked in. Here, I'm going to take a screenshot really quick because this is fun. Okay, I took a fun little screenshot. Anyways, here we go with our next story of the night. Make sure you are tucked in with your blankets, your candy, your popcorn, and your snacks. And you're ready for the next bedtime story of today. The Rainbow... Ow, I just hit my face. I keep saying where's Spot. The Rainbow Fish. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Now, not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales amongst them all. Now the other fish were amazed at its beauty. They called him the Rainbow Fish. Come on, Rainbow Fish, they would call. Come and play with us. But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer on and on. Now one day, a little blue fish followed after him. "Rainbow fish," he called, "wait for me. Please just give me one of your shiny scales. They're so wonderful, and you have so many. Couldn't you spare just one for me? All I want is one beautiful scale." "You want me to give you one of my beautiful scales? Aha! Who do you think you are?" cried the rainbow fish. "Get away from me." Shocked, the little blue fish just swam away. He was so upset, he told all of his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the rainbow fish. They just turned away whenever he swam by. Now, what good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now, he was just the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. Now, one day, he poured out his troubles to the starfish. "I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anyone like me?" "Well, I can't answer that for you," said the starfish. "But if you go beyond the coral reef, you will find a deep cave with a wise octopus, and maybe she can help you." Someone said, the rainbow fish is so annoying. I know, right? Rainbow fish over here is not passing the vibe check. He thinks he's all that just because he sparkles. Like, reality check, rainbow fish. Now the rainbow fish found the cave, and it was very dark inside. He couldn't see anything. Then, suddenly, two eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. "I have been waiting for you," said the octopus with a deep voice. "The waves have told me your story. Now this is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the beautiful fish, and you will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy." But I can't," said the rainbow fish. But the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. "Give away my scales? My beautiful shining scales? Never! How could I ever be happy without them? They're my favorite thing in the whole wide world." Someone in the chat said, "Spread the word, #cancel rainbow fish." Now suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Someone said, "Slay, octopus ussy, slay." "Now, rainbow fish, please don't be angry at me. I just want one little scale." Now the rainbow fish wavered. Only one very, very, very small shimmering scale. He thought, well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one scale. And so what does the rainbow fish do? Dun da da da. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale he could find, and he gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much," said the rainbow fish, or said the little blue fish, as he bubbled playfully. And he tucked the shiny scale in amongst his blue ones. And then, a rather peculiar feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing, so it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale of their own. Okay, I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. Now the rainbow fish shared every one of his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. And when the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among all the other fish. You could say he's among us. Sorry, no more Among Us jokes. I love the dab emojis, y'all. Now finally, the rainbow fish had only one shimmering scale left. His most prized possession he had given away. Yet, he was still very happy. "Come on, rainbow fish," they called. "Come and play with us." "Here I come," said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join all of his friends. The end. That was the end of the rainbow fish. What do you guys think of this story? I thought this one was amazing, but let's see, what do you guys think? Before we move on to our final story of the night, we're going to do one more story. However, it's going to be a long one because I know you guys love this story so much. And also, one of our favorite bedtime besties, Alex, requested that I read this book today. So I think for our final story of the night, we're going to be doing A Bad Case of Stripes. So once again, y'all, this is our next story. What do you guys think of that one? I thought the rainbow fish was so fun, but let's see what you guys thought before we read our final story for today. Let's see, people are saying they loved it. It was awesome. Well, I'm so glad you guys enjoyed. And also, y'all, since there are 200 of you guys here, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, because we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And also, I plan on filming some more YouTube content, so stick around for that. That's going to be exciting. But nonetheless, it is time for our last story of the night, A Bad Case of Stripes. Camila Cabello loved lima beans, but she never ate them because all of her friends hated lima beans, and she wanted to fit in with the crowd. Camila was always worried about what other people thought of her, but today she was fretting even more than usual. She couldn't decide what to wear, and it was the first day of school. There were so many people to impress. She tried on 42 outfits, but none of them seemed to fit quite right. She put on a pretty red dress, and she looked in the mirror, and then she screamed. Her mother ran into the room, and she screamed too. "Oh my heavens," she cried. "You are completely covered with stripes." This was certainly true. Camila was striped from head to toe. She looked like a rainbow. Mrs. Cabello felt Camila's forehead. "Do you feel all right?" she asked. "I feel fine," Camila answered, "but just look at me." "You get back into bed this instant," her mother ordered. "You are not going to school today." Now, Camila was relieved. She didn't want to miss the first day of school, but she was afraid of what the other kids would say about her. And she had no idea what to wear with those crazy stripes. Now that afternoon, Dr. Bumble arrived and he came to examine Camila Cabello. "Most extraordinary," he explained. "I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. Are you having any coughing, sneezing, runny nose, aches, pains, chills, hot flashes, dizziness, drowsiness, shortness of breath, or uncontrollable twitching?" "No," Camila told him. "I feel just fine." "Well then," Dr. Bumble said, turning to Mrs. Cabello, "I don't see any reason why she shouldn't go to school tomorrow. Here's some ointment that should clear up those stripes in just a few days. And if it doesn't, you know where to reach me." And off he went. Now the next day was a disaster. Everyone at school just laughed at Camila Cabello. They called her Camila Crayon, Night of the Living Lollipop. She tried to act as if everything were normal, but when the class said the Pledge of Allegiance, her stripes turned red, white, and blue, and she broke out into stars. Now the other kids thought this was great. One yelled out, "Let's see some purple polka dots." And sure enough, Camila turned all purple polka dotty. Someone else shouted, "Checkerboard, checkerboard!" And a pattern of squares covered her skin. Soon, everyone was shouting out different shapes and colors, and poor Camila Cabello was changing faster than you could change channels on the TV. Now that night, Mr. Harms, the school principal, called. "Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Cabello," he said, "but I'm going to have to ask that you keep Camila home from school. She is just too much of a distraction for my class. And I've been getting calls from the other parents. They're afraid that those stripes might be contagious." Camila was so embarrassed. She couldn't believe that just 2 days ago, everyone liked her, and now no one wanted to be in the same room with her. Her father tried to make her feel better. "Is there anything I can get for you, sweetheart?" he asked. "No, thank you," sighed Camila Cabello. What she really wanted was a nice, heaping plate full of lima beans, more than just about anything. But she'd been laughed at enough for one day. Well, yes, I see," Dr. Bumble mumbled when Mrs. Cabello phoned the next day. "I think I'd better bring in the specialists. We will be right over." About an hour later, Dr. Bumble arrived with 4 people in long white coats. He introduced them to the caballos. "This is Dr. Grop, this is Dr. Sponge, this is Dr. Cricket, and this is Dr. Young." Then, the specialists all went to work on Camila Cabello. They squeezed, and they jabbed, and they tested, and they prodded, and it was very, very uncomfortable. "Well, it's not the mumps," concluded Dr. Grop. "Or the measles," said Dr. Sponge. "Definitely not chicken pox," put in Dr. Cricket. "Or sunburn," said Dr. Young. "Well, try these," said the specialists, and they each handed her a bottle filled with different colored pills. "Take one of each before bed," they said, and they filed out the front door, followed by Dr. Grop. Now that night, Camila took her medicine, and it was awful. And when she woke up the next morning, she did feel different, but when she got dressed, her clothes didn't fit right, and she looked in the mirror, and there, staring back at her, was a giant multicolored pill with her face on it. So she went from a normal-looking girl to now this giant human pill. She got the monkeypox. Now Dr. Bumble rushed over as soon as Mrs. Cabello called. But this time, instead of the specialists, he brought in the experts. Dr. Gord and Mr. Mellon were the finest scientist minds in the land. Once again, Camila was poked and prodded, looked at and listened to, and the experts wrote down lots of numbers. Then, they huddled together and they whispered. Dr. Gord finally spoke. "It might be a virus, a coronavirus," he said. And suddenly, fuzzy little virus balls appeared all over Camila Cabello. "Or possibly some form of bacteria, maybe monkeypox," said Mr. Mellon. And out popped the squiggly little bacteria tails. "Or it could be a fungus," added Dr. Gord. And instantly, Camila was covered with different colored fungus blotches. The experts looked at Camila and then back at each other. "We need to go over these numbers back at the lab," Dr. Gord explained. "We'll call you when we know something." But the experts didn't have a clue, much less a cure. Now, honestly, these experts are pretty dumb because if they were actually experts, they would have noticed that every time they're like, "Oh my god, she has bacteria shows up. Every time there's a virus pops up." So I would have probably been like, "Oh my gosh, she's normal." And then she would have turned normal, but you know what? These doctors are dumb. So anyway, I would have been a better doctor, but it's fine. We don't talk about that. Now, by now, the TV news had found out about Camila Cabello. Reporters from every channel were outside her house, telling the story of the bizarre case of the incredible changing kid. Soon, a huge crowd was camped out on the front lawn, and they were all trying to get the story. We are reporting live from Channel 5 News, telling the story of the bizarre case of stripes. Back to you, Tom. Now the Cabellos were swamped with all kinds of remedies from psychologists, allergists, herbalists, nutritionists, an old medicine man, a guru, and even a veterinarian. Each so-called cure only added to poor Camila's appearance, until it was hard to even recognize her. She sprouted roots and berries and crystals and feathers and even a long, furry tail. Nothing seemed to work. Now one day, a woman who called herself an environmental therapist claimed that she could cure Camila Cabello. So everyone, we're all going to do this exercise together. "Close your eyes," she said, "and become one with the room around you, around you, around you, around you." "Oh, I wish you hadn't said that," Camila groaned. And slowly, she started to melt into the walls of her home. Her bed became her mouth, her nose was a dresser, and 2 paintings were her eyes. Hopefully none of you at home also turned into a bed and a dresser and a painting. The therapist screamed and ran from the house. "What are we going to do?" cried Mrs. Cabello. "It just keeps getting worse and worse." Finally, she began to sob. Now, at that moment, Mr. Cabello heard a quiet little knock at the front door. He opened it, and there stood an old woman who was just as plump and sweet as a strawberry. "Excuse me," she said brightly, "but I think I can help you." So, She went into Camila Cabello's room and she looked around. "My goodness," she said with a shake of her head. "What we have here is a bad case of stripes, one of the worst I've ever seen." She pulled a container of small green beans from her bag. "Here," she said, "these beans might do the trick." "Are those magic beans?" asked Mrs. Cabello. "Oh my, no," replied the kind old woman. "They're just plain old lima beans. There's no such thing. But I'd bet you'd like some, wouldn't you?" she said to Camila. Now Camila wanted a big, heaping plateful of lima beans just more than about anything, but she was still afraid to admit it. "Yuck," she said. "No one likes lima beans, especially me." "Oh dear," the old woman said sadly. "I guess I was wrong about you." And she put the beans back into her bag and started towards the door. Now Camila watched as the old woman walked away. Those beans would taste so good, and being laughed at for eating them was nothing compared to what she'd already been going through. She finally couldn't stand it any longer. "Wait," she said. "The truth is, I really love lima beans." "I thought so," the old woman said with a smile, and she took a handful of beans and popped them into Camila's mouth. Said Camila, "these are so good." Now suddenly, the branches, the feathers, and the squiggly tail began to disappear, and the whole room swirled around and around, until finally, there stood Camila, and everything was back to normal. "I'm cured," she shouted. "I'm cured, I'm cured." "Yes," said the old woman. "I knew the real you was in there somewhere." And she patted Camila on the head. And then she went outside and vanished into the crowd. Now, afterwards, Camila wasn't quite the same. Some of the kids at school said she was weird, but she didn't care one bit, because she ate all the lima beans she wanted, and she never had even a touch of the stripes again. The end. That was the end of a bad case of stripes, our very last bedtime story of the night. What do you guys think of this one? I thought this story was so much fun, but let's see what you guys thought before we end our live for tonight. Y'all, this was our very, sorry, I'm trying to scoot in my chair. Also, it's really hot. I need to raise my fan. But anyways, y'all, what do you guys think of that story? I thought that one was so much fun, but now I think it is time for us to bid farewell to all of us, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another night of bedtime stories. Also, y'all, if you guys enjoyed that, don't forget to hit subscribe. I don't know where the button is. It might be here, it might be over there, it might be down here, it might be over here, it might be right here in the middle. I don't know where it is, y'all, but wherever that button is, I would greatly appreciate it, because we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're at 400 and something right now, unless we magically went up to 10,000, then that would be magic. But anyways, thank you all so much for joining. I love you guys so much. You are the best. Mwah. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for another amazing night of story time. Maybe we might do another, someone said dab, here you go, dab for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe we'll do another bedtime stories on TikTok, or on YouTube, because I really enjoyed this. It was so much fun. We literally have so many viewers here. I'm gonna take a screenshot once again, because it was so much fun. Ready? Everyone smile. Okay, oh my god, we froze. Are we back? Sorry, I think I paused the app, and it might have froze. I think we're good. But anyways, y'all, I will see you guys later. Peace out. Thank you for joining. Bye, everyone. Bye, Sneaky, Chocolate, Lovely, and Ayana, and Lane, Huge, and Sunset Flame, mwah, mwah, and Cloud Carkle, and Joe, and Live for the Afternoon, and Cloudy Caracal, already said Cloudy Caracal, and Grape Grade, and Raven, and Fairy Blossom, and Lane Huge, and Jennifer Moore, oh my god, Jennifer Michelle, and Cool Girl Adriana, and Ariel X Edits, and Chicken Strips. Where are my chicken strips? And Kane M, and Alexander Gonzalez, and Remy McClendon, and Insanity, and D's Nuts, and BNA Fun, and Flying Axolotl, and Can M, and Something, and Pinky, and the world's youngest YouTuber, and everyone else, Angry Gaming. I will see you guys later. Thank you for joining. Peace out, guys.